Welcome back, dweebs, to another episode of the Weekly Dweeb. With me, as always, is my good friend Kev. Kev, how are we doing tonight, buddy?
Oh, loving life, living large over here, James. Very excited because, as we know, the days of video game movies being bad are over. That's a thing of the past, right? Remember, we toiled for decades with every movie that was based on a video game just being very bad. Okay, I don't know what the algorithm has changed. Can I say dog shit this early in a video? I'm gonna
We're
do
gonna
it.
find
James.
out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna find out.
But the dog days of dog shit video game adaptions are long gone. They are behind us, a distant memory, James. I believe that is what's got me feeling so great today.
Yeah,
How
we've
about
got some good. Been some good ones. We've got some ones we're really looking forward to, like Resident Evil. We have some fun ones in the pipeline, and that's what leads us to today, Kev. Kev's topic. Jeez, I have struggled in the openings of these recently. The topic today, Kev, is Netflix Gears of War movie is an origin story for Delta Squad. We know Delta Squad as the main characters in the Gears stories, Gears games, 1 through 3, and E-Day. They will also be a part of it as well, the formation of them. In a new article from Entertainment Weekly, Xbox executives dove deep on the future of the company, which includes big plans for the adaptations. And I quote, the origin story of Delta Squad, a ragtag crew of soldiers who wage a desperate war for survival against the Locusts, a race of subterranean creatures set on destroying humanity. Xbox Executive Vice President and Chief Content Officer Matt Booty noted to EW that the themes of the game make it a natural fit for the feature film. The game really is about the bonds between teams. It's about brotherhood at its core. When you go to visit the studio, their tagline is never fight alone. So when you think about that for a dramatic narrative, it's a pretty good starting point. It's still a little confusing. I assume these movies are set in their own universe. I don't assume they're part of the games. We also don't know if they're adapting the games like directly or if they're going to be somewhere else. IGN states it seems like the game takes place between Gears of War E-Day, the upcoming game that we've done a couple of videos on, are very excited for, and the first Gears of War game. Assuming that we're seeing, and then you're seeing the true formation of Delta Squad, which, if that's the case, that means Marcus Phoenix is not in these games. Kev, what are your thoughts on that? That this movie would not just be a direct recreation of Game 1, but maybe something different entirely?
Well, I would just rode a roller coaster of responses there, James, because at first, here I am thinking game movies are back, maybe not even back, that they have arrived, over the course of recent years. TV shows, we've had some really good ones come out. Fallout is one of my favorite. A lot of people like
Fantastic.
The Last of Us. Don't beat me up because I haven't watched it
yet.
But
season 1, The Last of Us is really good. Season 2, I think, isn't as good.
A lot of people said that about the games, but I'll leave that alone.
I'll stand on ground that the games are fucking incredible, both of them. I will argue anybody on that front.
So we at first I'm thinking, okay, a straight to Netflix Gears of War. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
When you hear the tagline, you're like, oh, the formation of Delta Squad. Okay, so are they redoing the first movie? Are they sitting over here watching the E-Day script? Did the script get leaked for E-Day? Are they over here just copying somebody's homework? But it sounds like this might be a better alternative if they're just doing their own version. I don't know. The Delta Squad part gets me, James, because if you're going to do your own thing, why tie it to that team at all? How many people
like, why not do something more like Fallout did, right? Like, completely separate. Like, because Delta Squad is Marcus Phoenix is a part of Delta Squad. Like, just is. You
And at
know?
that rate, yeah, if you're gonna do that, then you might as well just be a true adaptation of the games, which I don't love that Netflix would be helming that. It's such a fulfilling gameplay experience. I know that the originals were made a long time ago, so as far as graphics go, they probably don't hold up to
No,
a
no,
lot
but
of
God, they're good
modern
games.
games, but like this isn't the kind of movie I would want to see or the kind of story I want to see told through a bunch of green screen domes, you know? Like I don't want to
No,
see
no,
this
no,
made on the
no, no,
cheap
no.
if you're going to do it. And you're already fighting an uphill battle cuz I would guess that at least 50% of the locust enemies would have to be CGI. Like some of that stuff you can do, you know, you can put people in prosthetics and makeup and all that stuff. But some of those
Mhm.
enemies are going to have to be CGI no matter what. And so I don't know if a cheap Netflix movie of this story would be my ideal choice, but I man, I'm very conflicted here, James. I think maybe doing their own thing or at least not being tied to the games would have been a good idea, but then they decided to keep the Delta Squad aspect.
Right?
Now I
Like,
don't
and
know what to think.
I'm reading a little bit like Delta Squad's formed before Phoenix, right? Like, because he's in prison and he gets added to the group when they pull him out of prison, but still, like,
There we go. Okay.
he is Delta Squad to me. Like, him and Dom are Delta Squad.
But that, and this is where I am admittedly, guys, a little fuzzy on some of the details of like the main beginning plot of the game. It's been a long time since I played the first level of Gears of War, the original, right? So I remember, of course, Marcus Phoenix coming out of jail, but I kind of forgot about that. So I wonder who the other characters
The other
like if we
members
get
of
to see Coltrane, uh,
Coltrane is, let me see here. So
but I think he gets
I,
added too,
I
right?
think
Like
he's the
he
second
wasn't originally
second
part
game.
of Delta Squad.
Original Delta
Oh,
Squad that he gets at Marcus Phoenix gets added to is Dominic Santiago, Augustus Cole, and Damon Barr. No, so it is Coltrane. Coltrane is in there, so it's those four.
oh yeah,
Um,
Beard, yeah.
yeah, I man, it's just I know that Delta Squad is before him, but he like if you're touching Delta Squad, like he is it. So
Well,
if you're doing the formation of Delta Squad and you're gapping it between E Day, that's an interesting. I guess there's something there, but it has to lead to Marcus Phoenix regardless. Or if he's in it and you show, like we've talked about this a little bit, him trying to save his father and disobeying orders and going to jail, right? Unless you show that. Um,
well, I mean, well, I'll be honest, James. I'm kind of warming up to this idea a little bit more with that additional detail because the thing about making it about Delta Squad and doing it before they go get Marcus means that I would get more time with Coltrane, one of my favorite
yeah, Coltrane's awesome. Coltrane's
supporting
awesome.
video game characters of all time. But it it opens it up to give you that flexibility that I wanted when we were talking earlier about, you know, if you do your own thing, you don't have to be beholden to the original story so much. So if you make this about Delta Squad, like there's no guarantee that even those three initial members, when they go to get Marcus, like Dom might not necessarily be there. Coltrane is a professional athlete in the story of this. So
Yep.
like maybe it's a different group or it's a patchwork. It's got some of these characters that we're familiar with, and
Maybe,
then there's going
yeah.
to be some that we don't know. Now, the downside is we'll all kind of know in our head that eventually, for one reason or another, they won't be in Delta Squad. But that gives you some characters to kill off. You know, forgive me for sounding like a
Yeah, right.
psychopath in that moment, but it just gives you a lot of flexibility to kind of do things Fallout-esque as far as the show goes, where it would kind of maybe it could be a good bridge because then if you just add maybe the main Delta Squad people that we're used to won't be there the whole time and they'll be added to the story as it goes. I think that gives me just a little bit more hope, and maybe it is that hopium, James, that I'm smoking on, but I don't hate it. I think I'd hate it a lot more if they had Marcus in there and then decided to tell their own otherworld story.
That would be way
of,
worse, right? Like do their
a
own,
thing.
like Marcus is in the group and then they do their own thing, which we don't have confirmation on anything really of what characters in it. It's kind of the first thing. Yeah, I am more intrigued the more we talk about this for sure. I was a little nervous at first, and we've kind of talked myself into not being too scared. I do hate that it's a
Same.
Netflix only movie. Like I'm gonna just state that publicly. I think it's dumb. But I do like this idea of seeing the formation, maybe the possibility of seeing Marcus Phoenix choose to save his father over a direct order and then going to jail. Maybe that's in it, or maybe he's already in jail, right? Like who knows? Maybe that could be, that's an easy one to end your movie on, is them deciding they're going to get him out of prison. It's a big time. It'd be a big cliffhanger, but it'd be more of a shout out to gamers than anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that would be an interesting.
Too much for us.
Like that would almost have to be a post, like not either an epilogue,
almost like a post. Yeah. I agree with that because I agree. You can mess that up pretty easily. I'm intrigued. I got to see some cast. I got to get some more. Who are we? I want to know who we're following more than anything. You know, like you said, is it Dom and Coltrane? Is it somebody else entirely? Is it some lieutenants? Like I gotta get more information on what is exactly going on before I can firmly dive into this.
And there is, as they mention in the article, the way that they phrased it, you can't really rule out that it's not just going to be a direct adaptation of the first game.
No, they leave it pretty open.
That is a way that you could describe the plot of the first game, right?
Correct, right? Like it's yeah.
I mean,
absolutely is.
So that makes me a little nervous, but I could see this. Yeah, it's won me over a little bit as we've talked ourselves into it here. But wait a minute, did this just say they are also, wow, okay, so from the same article, James, going to read this. A Gears of War film, this is another red flag, gang. A Gears of War film has been in various stages of development since 2007, with different directors and studios attempting to bring it to life. That's insane.
Yeah, that's a little, yeah.
I've only seen one movie be in development hell for that long and be good, and it was because George Miller was involved. I'm looking at you, Fury Road. Mad Max, right. Shouts out, all right, to the GOAT.
Shouts out.
It's not his fault that one last movie turned into lush wildlife there with the. Anyway, back to what I was saying. It's been in development hell since 2007. Several years ago, Netflix landed the rights to the Gears IP, setting to work on making a movie happen while also producing an animated Gears of War series, although we don't really know much about that. Boy, oh boy, maybe too much. Maybe this is just a bad timing. Like sometimes this happens. Like we just said, it's been in development hell for almost 20 years. And now that they're finally able to roll it out, I don't know if they're going to benefit from the fact that the new game is coming out soon. Obviously, there will be a bit of a push, right?
A marketing push right there that maybe you can capitalize on a little bit to get some hype behind it.
Exactly. And if people really love the game, there will be those people inevitably that will tune in and watch it because they like the game so much. However, you also then draw comparisons. And so you've been sitting on this IP for several years. People have tried and failed to make this movie for 20 years. Now they finally get the opportunity to do it. And chances are they're going to get the brakes blown off them by the E-Day video game. And it's
the E-Day video game looks so
compare.
Awesome. Looks so awesome.
So that makes me a little bit sad for anybody who's on the cast and crew of this movie.
Not even
you're skating uphill, brother.
Just because of the history of the development hell it's in, it's like we're just gonna. I'm not even putting cautious. There's no cautiously optimistic, or I'm just wait and see. Like I want to see if this thing actually can we get some casting and get a little bit more knowledge of it.
we've got cautiously optimistic and confidently pessimistic. All right, and those are
Yeah, and I'm
merch coming
somewhere.
soon.
Yeah, I'm somewhere in the middle, and I don't really have an answer. The director is solid though. David, I think it's Leitch, Leitch, maybe. I probably fucked it up. I always do. He's directed Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Bullet Train. Bullet Train's fucking fun.
Okay, those are fun. All
so there is some. He's got some good movies behind him. So we'll see. Dave Bautista's actively made it known that he wants to be Marcus Phoenix, which I think is kind of fun.
I mean, I'm on board for that.
I'm kind of on board with it.
Casting gets announced, forget everything I just said, and
he looks the part. He looks the part. Like he could play the part. Like I could easily get behind that one. He's gotten a lot better over the years. Good for him. I would have never guessed he'd have made it in movies and acting. So yeah, I'm just sitting on the sideline. I'm in wait and see mode is the best way I can put it. Like I just don't. I don't know. I gotta see further proof that this thing's actually gonna happen.
Also, yes, I refuse to get my hopes up for this. Although I will say, depending on the approach, again, I might be more excited about a Gears of War animated series because that
animated would be awesome. I haven't heard
get rid of all of my concerns about like low budgets and not being able to actually bring that world to life, which is going to be very expensive to do in a live action film. Whereas in an animated series, I mean, it's not going to be the cheapest thing in the world, but it's a lot more conceivable that they could accomplish something cool with the right animation team in the Gears of War setting. Like, and please just, if you do that, please, for the animated series, just be bold, be brave, talk about anybody else that's involved in this war. Like, I love what we've got. I would not change much about the Gears of War game series, but you've got an entire world that's been attacked by these things. You don't have to focus on the same 4 people every time.
Correct.
You can go to a completely different spot of the world, tell us a cool story.
Don't be like Star Wars.
Come on, man. Exactly.
I'm trying to see when the last news. It's been a bit on the animated front. Anytime there's been news, I can't really find anything. The original announcement was late 2022.
Yeah, November 2022.
Yeah, and I
announced it. That almost feels like our author at IGN just trying to hit a word count, you know?
Yeah, right.
Obligatory, like, oh, by the way, they also mentioned a TV show 4 years ago.
Yeah, we have.
Maybe you look like an idiot, IGN, which a lot of people have felt before.
We haven't really heard anything on that front since. So, yeah.
So we're stuck with it. Better cast Batista.
I have a tweet. It could be really fucking cool, but we got nothing at the moment. So we shall see. We shall see. Sitting on the sidelines, folks. That's where we're parking our ass on the sidelines right now. Need a lot more info before I can just prove to me it's gonna fucking happen.
I think maybe it will wait. This whole thing might hinge on the success of the games. I think maybe this could be timed that way purposely, right? The game just got announced. They're excited about that.
Yeah.
So, and they're also mentioning while they have a captive audience, just mentioning, because now as we've uncovered a little bit of this mystery here, Netflix has been sitting on this and not able to do anything with it for several years. No one's done anything with it for 19 years. Finally, a new game is coming out. Could just be a crafty executive move to say, oh, by the way,
we still exist, right?
We got this game you guys are about to love. Movie could be coming out, and then if the game does really well, what do you know? They'll greenlight a budget for that movie, and then use the game success to essentially trick people into watching this made for Netflix movie, kind of like they did with The Rip when they're like, hey, you guys like Matt Damon, you like Ben Affleck, we're gonna put them in a movie and it's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome.
It'll be great.
You'll love it.
It'll be great.
Even yet, Invincible, Walking Dead. You like that guy? You're gonna love this movie.
It'll be great. Like it's got cool people. It's got cool people. Come on now.
What could go wrong, dude? We got Will Smith and a bunch of trolls in a fairy tale police movie.
It'll be fine. It'll be
what
fine.
could go wrong? You guys are gonna love this. Come on.
Come on. Trust us. Trust us. Trust me.
We make great movies. Bird Box. Y'all remember Bird Box?
Oh yeah.
Nobody had anything bad to say about Bird Box. Okay.
Oh,
100% on Rotten Tomatoes.
You're pushing me farther into the stands. I'm not even on the sidelines anymore. I'm climbing up and I'm climbing farther and farther into the stands.
I'm outside the stadium. I climbed a tree and I'm watching with my binoculars.
You're not even walking and watching. You're just in the tree like a fucking weirdo.
Like I'm Peter Parker in an upcoming Spider-Man movie, stalking my former friends. If you want to know what that's in reference to, go watch the last video.
And on that note, thank you guys for joining us today. This has been the Weekly Dweeb. Please like, subscribe, and share as we work our way towards 200. We are 2 away. Come on, guys. We are 2 fucking away. Get us there. Help us get there. Kev, outside of here, where can they find you, buddy?
Check us out, Carnage Media. We've got Benchmark Pro Wrestling as well as some Lima Warriors football games being uploaded. So been having a ton of fun. Carnage Fight Series 8. Route 30 Rumble was a success. If you want to see some of the highlights from that, again, go check out the Carnage Media YouTube channel. They are in the shorts section. But other than that, just stay right here. Turn those noties on. If you like breaking down previews and trailers and hearing thoughts on that, go check out our whole preview review playlist. We've had a ton throughout the year. It's become one of our staples, one of the pillars of this channel. We love doing them, so go check those out. There will certainly be more on the docket very soon, maybe even a leaked trailer that we're not supposed to see, and it looks like it was filmed on a Nokia phone back when the only game on it was Snake.
Right.
Maybe we'll do that. Who knows?
Early 1900s. Thank you guys for joining us. Please hit that notification button. Helps Kev sleep at night. And on that note, check out the rest of our content. Hit that button. Help us get to 200. We shall see you though, folks. Until next time.